ground for groundbreaking ceremony, to put the foundation, they say that he found a pot of gold. He found a pot of gold. Kanaka means gold. He found a pot of gold. That is why he was, from then onwards, instead of Timmappa people started calling him Kanakadasa. That means the leader of gold pot. Nayaka means leader. So, leader of Kanaka. Some also say that that is not the way it was. When he went to his guru gave him a new birth, a new name. From Timmappa, he became Kanaka after the guru gave the name of Kanaka. He changed his name. However, from Timmappa, he became Kanakadasa. And whatever gold that he found, he did not keep everything for himself. He gave it to the needy, and he built a temple for his village in nearby place called as Kaginele. And then he put Lord Keshava, Adi Keshava, as the main deity in the temple. So for all his future poems, his signature or the mudra in the song, at the end of the song, we all know, like in Tyagaraja Swami's krithis, in the end of the song, Tyagaraja, it comes like that. Or for Dikshitar, it comes as Guru Guha. It comes like. So whoever wrote their pen name, what we call pen name, or the signature, or the mudra, in his case, it is called as Kaginele Adi Keshava. That is in the end of every song, it will come. So he built this nice temple. And however, as the story goes, once there was a big war, and he was fighting very bravely for his kingdom, for Vijayanagara kingdom. He was killing all the enemies. He was doing an extraordinary fight. However, the opposite side, the army was so huge, and Kanakadasa got severely wounded during the war, and he fell down, and he was extremely wounded, lots of blood flowing out of his body, extremely painful, and he almost lost his consciousness. And as he was losing his consciousness, he, like the voice that he used to hear in his dream, which would ask him, Kanaka, aren't you going to become my servant? The same voice started ringing in his head. It was asking him, Kanaka, are you ready to become my servant? Are you ready to become my servant? Then Kanaka answered, saying, I am going to die in next couple minutes. Now, becoming your servant, what am I going to do? How am I going to serve to you? So, but the God inside his head told him, no, Kanaka, I will make you revive because I have an assignment for you. You have an assignment. Your birth has an assignment. Your birth has a purpose. You have to live. You have to propagate. You have to propagate the bhakti and show the people the path of devotion towards me. You need to guide people. You have a goal for your life. So I will make you survive, and unless you have to become my servant, Lord's servant. So immediately Kanaka says, oh Lord, yes, I will become your servant, but on one condition. Whenever I call you, you must come and give me darshan. I should be able to see you in front of my inner eyes, and then you must guide me. Whenever I need you, you must come to me. And Lord agrees, and Kanaka wakes up. When Kanaka wakes up in the battlefield, all is the pain is gone, and the blood, it stopped oozing, and he felt so refreshed, like as though he did not get hurt at all. So he woke up as a new man, but with total change of his mind, his status, saying that from now on, I am not the old warrior Kanaka, but I am the Lord's servant. He got up and then immediately he gave away all his wealth, all the materialistic wealth, that is his house, his gold, his diamonds, his horse, his sword, whatever he owned, he gave it away, everything to the needy. He just took one blanket, black. If you see his picture as Kanakadasa, you don't see him with wearing the pattu vesti, the shining clothes and all that. He is just wearing one small dhoti in the bottom. He has a black, like a blanket. He has a stick in his hand, and then he left his home. He left his home and he came in search of his guru. He wanted someone guru to guide him. During that time of Vijayanagara kingdom, the guru of the kingdom was Guru Vyasatirtha. So he came to the Matha, or where Guru Vyasatirtha was residing. This Vyasatirtha Guru was a Trikala Jnani. That means he knew everything. What is happening anywhere from where he is sitting, he could visualize everything. He could see everything. And he knew already. He was the same Guru for Purandaradasa also. And as soon as Kanakadasa came, like the Guru was always waiting for Kanakadasa, Guru always knew that Kanaka was going to come. So as soon as Kanakadasa came, and he said, Guru, I have come at your feet and I want to become your student. Somehow help me, somehow guide me. But I am only coming from a shepherd community. I am not a well-read person in Sanskrit or well-read person in philosophy or anything. All I know is I want to become servant of God and I want to learn from you. Please guide me. And he keeps mentioning several times, I'm from a Kuruba community. That means I'm from a shepherd community. I'm a Kuruba. I'm a Kuruba. I'm a Kuruba. So Vyasatirtha laughs at him and he said, oh, you are the Kuruba community. That means for you, I will teach you one mantra. It is called as Kona mantra. Kona means like a bison. It's a mantra about bison. So just keep on chanting about Kona. Kona inamaha, Kona, 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 Kona. Like. And immediately Kanaka took his Guru's word seriously, it seems, and he went and sat in a corner. He kept on with the utmost devotion. He started praying for Kona. Kona means bison. So he kept on praying Kona, 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 Kona. With so much of devotion there, I believe the real bison appeared in front of his eyes and asked him, I've come, you called me and I've come. He didn't know what to do. So immediately he ran to his Guru. Guru, you said about Kona, 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 Kona. I prayed for Kona and Kona has appeared. Now, what shall I do? So Guru immediately gave him a task. Take your bison there. We have a canal. A canal, the water is not able to easily flow because there is a big rock that is blocking the canal. So make sure that your Kona, tie a rope to it and make it to pull out the obstacle so that the water will start flowing and it goes to the paddy fields for the farmers. And Kanaka gives the instructions to this bison and immediately the job gets done. That shows how innocent this Kanaka was and how much he believed the faith. As soon as the Guru said something, he followed it to 100%. And his Guru said, you need to go with utmost devotion. He did it with utmost devotion. This story, I don't know whether it is fabricated or whether it was somebody witnessed it. We do not have that kind of witnessy literature for this story. However, it shows how much Kanaka was devoted to his teacher, how much he had faith in his teacher, how much devotion you have to do, you have to concentrate, you have to meditate. the discipline in Kanaka, we can store it. Again, I'll tell you one another interesting story, then we'll move on. I know the time that's given to me is just 20 minutes. So there are so many moral stories which we need to tell the children about Kanakadasa. Once his guru, just like as usual, in the student group, everyone envied this Kanaka because Guru would show special interest and he would recognize the special abilities of Kanakadasa. So the Guru would make him like a leader in the classroom. And this, the other students envied why this Guru is giving so much importance to Kanaka. Why is he giving so much importance? So Guru wanted to show how great this Kanakadasa was. He asked all the students, I want to know who here, all the students, there are great scholars who are the students who are sitting there, including Purandaradasa. They're all sitting there. He said, who amongst you can go to heaven, can go to Vaikunta or attain salvation? Who can do it? Who will go to Vaikunta or who can attain salvation? He kept on asking everybody and everybody was hesitant. He said, no, we are not perfect, Guruji. We may not be able to attain salvation. We may not be able to attain salvation. No. Then Kanakadasa, Guru asked Kanakadasa, Kanaka, you point out, I'll point out to you, all to the great scholars, great Gyanis who are sitting here. And Guru kept pointing out to everybody. Do you think Kanaka, he will go? Do you think he will go? Do you think he will go? He pointed to even Purandaradasa and said, do you think he will go? And Kanaka was nodding his head as no. But then Guru asked a question. What about you, Kanaka? Do you think you will attain salvation? You will go to Vaikunta? Then immediately, I will say it in Kannada, it was so beautifully, Nanu hodare hogabahudu. Nanu venal anga polam. Na vendina na pona. Na ponal pogalam. Nanu hodare hogabahudu. So that means in correct translation, if I go, I might go. If I go, I might go. Everybody got so annoyed with Kanakadasa. What is this? He's so arrogant. He's so egoistic. He is so proud of himself that he is saying, if I go, I might go. I might go. Like that. So they all start yelling at, the great Purandaradasa. You said he is not going, but you are saying, Nanu hodare hogabohudu. I might go. If I go, I might go. But then Vyasatirtha explains, no, stop it. Kanakadasa is such a great and knowledgeable person. Analyze his sentence. If I go, I might go. Do not interpret the way that you are thinking. Think, if I go, I might go. That means if that ego, I will do this. I have to do it. I can do it. I. That's the ego. If this ego goes, one might go attain salvation. That is how Kanakadasa used to compose his krithis also. The way he used to compose the Kannada, the Kannada language, he would do it in such a way that certain songs are meant, Kanakadasa's literature or the sahityam is such that it can fit into classical music to different talams, because to fit a sahityam into a classical music is not easy. because it demands, there is a structure of what Sahityam can be fit into classical music, because the words have to have a goal, the words have to be full of devotion, the words have to be short, or the words have to be in such a way that it can be cut but still have meaning to it. The bhavam is not lost. And it should be able to be fit into eight matra kalam or rupakatalam, like that. There are structure. His sahityam could fit into classical music. His sahityam can fit into semi-classical, or whether it is bhavagita, or whether it is folk songs, and his sahityam, his poems are in such a way that it would create in a person's mind, in one song. Kanakadasa's uniqueness is that his sahityam could create curiosity. It could create the mind-provoking thoughts, or it would be, there would be a fun, sarcastic, like it will have direct implication, but if you analyze his words, it would have an indirect meaning of something else. And Lavanya-ji has picked one of those, like as I gave you an example, his sahityam would contain lot of riddles. And Lavanya-ji has picked one of the songs called Itaniga Vasudevano. Itaniga Vasudeva Samasta Lokadodaya. That means this is about Lord Vasudeva. But if you look at the sahityam, the way it is written, it's full of riddles. You need to understand each word to know the complete meaning of the song. Unless you are able to break this riddle, you will not get if you look at the first paragraph itself, each word you have to know the Mahabharatam in order to break each word, know the meaning, solve it. But you have to have the knowledge of Mahabharata, the characters of Mahabharata, then only you will understand the meaning of the song. It's full of riddles. It's so mind-boggling, thought-provoking. The song itself is, you can spend hours together on just that one song, breaking down the riddles. In the same way, the other song that she's going to teach, Bandanaya Govinda Shetty, the way the song, the words are composed, or the song composition is taken, the first line itself, the people during concerts, from what I have heard, as soon as this song comes, people even who are sleeping, they will wake up and they will sit down, because it's in I don't know how Lavanya-ji is going to teach that particular song. And I know one format of this song is because Purandaradasa praised Lord Venkateshwara, Lord Timmappa. But in this particular song, Kanakadasa was so close to Lord, he teases, he teases, he argues with Lord, he teases the Lord, he complains about the Lord. Just once when he goes to Tirupati, by the time he reaches the 7 hills, on the top of the 7 hills, the temple is closed. And there are no food available for Kanakadasa. He has come all the way up. There is no food at all for him. So he's very hungry. So Kanakadasa gets mad at the Lord. So and he says, I have to sleep because of you, oh Lord, Timmappa. I came all the way to look at you. And then you shut your door. Not only that, you shut the door of the kitchen also. Now I don't have anything to eat. So he goes to bed composing this song, complaining about the Timappa. Bandanaya Govinda Shetty. Hey Lord, I've come all the way. You are acting like one miser. You are acting one like miser. Now I have to sleep with no food at all in my stomach. That is what the whole song, very interestingly, the meaning of the song goes on. And the other song that has been chosen is like Kanakadasa was not only just teaching the devotion, he was looking at the disparity in the society about the caste system that was prevalent at that time, that is upper caste and lower caste. Kanakadasa is supposed to have come from the lower caste, and he was not pleased with the way the caste system prevailed at that time. And lots of his compositions are about aiming at how bad this caste system is. And we are all children of God. We are all equal in the eyes of Lord. Why are we having such a stupid system of caste system that is prevalent in the society, that is hurting actually everybody? The disparity is so much that it is hurting the narrow-mindedness of certain people of the upper community, upper caste, is hurting the growth of the other sector people. Like his famous Sahityam, Kula Kula Kulavendu Hodadadiri. Nimma Kulada Nelayan Enadaru Kandira. I mean, why are you fighting for this caste system? Do you know where exactly you came from? Do you know exactly who you are? First, find out about that, or where you came from. We all came from the same source. Why are you fighting for this caste system? So and then he also was very much giving advice to the society, putting moral values in the society to say, hey, it's not just learning songs. We got to know what we need to do. The moral of the story is we all have to love each other. We all have to respect each other. Instead of doing that, if you just sit in one corner and keep on doing the puja, keep on doing the meditation, or keep on saying that you are doing the meditation, but as soon as you come out of that room, you are having this disrespect for others, you are cursing at others, you are yelling at others, or you're kind of like stealing money from others by charging them more, or those kind of what you are not supposed to do if you're doing that. But on the contrary, you're sitting for hours together and doing meditation and doing puja just for outside, so that you want the name and fame. But inside, you're not as clear, as pure as what you're supposed to be. What is the use? Do you think the Lord who is there, who is watching you, he will approve of this? Japava madidareno, tapava madidareno. What's the use of doing all these things? And as once, Dr. T.S. Satyavati, an eminent scholar from Karnataka, had come here, and she was giving the lecture on the music of Kanakadasa. Kanakadasa as a music composer, I still remember vividly Dr. Satyavati's statements. Sahityam, the lyrics of the song, the nadam, the melody, or the sangeetam, they both have to go hand in hand. For any music, for that matter, for any composers that you take, the meaning of the song, the bhavam, what the poet wants in that particular song, and the ragam that is created, the composition, the ragam or the talam that is given, when you put them together, they must go hand in hand. Then only the justice is done of what the composer or what the poet wants to do. She put it in a very nice way. In Kannada, it is said that ಸಂಗೀತದ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಹಿತ್ಯ ಅತಿಥಿ. ಸಾಹಿತ್ಯದ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸಂಗೀತ ಅತಿಥಿ. That means in the house of lyrics, in the house of Sahitya, that is the lyrics, the nada, the music, the Sangeeta should come like a guest. And in this house of Sangeeta, the lyrics should come like a guest. We treat the guest as Atiti Devo Bhava. We treat the guest with utmost respect and importance. And when the host and the guest, they go in hand harmony, the meeting is very fruitful. The meeting is, the result that comes out of it is extremely. What I'm trying to say from Dr. Satyavati's words are, when you are learning a composition, learn the meaning of the words, what they are supposed to mean. And if you do not know the meaning, and if you break the words where you are not supposed to break, the whole result is gone. If you mispronounce the words the way it is supposed to be, the whole meaning changes. The whole, for example, the same, the song that, we have heard. There is a famous song of Kanakadasa. Bajisi badu kelo ma. If you want to sing this in the classical style without knowing the meaning, bajisi badu, bajisi badu, bajisi badu. If you stop at badu, badu, because you want to fit into the talam, the meaning is gone. So where you're supposed to break it, what is the bhavam of each word, or what is the meaning that the poet or the composer is trying to say in the song? If you do not get that, then whatever melody that you put, whatever akaram, ikaram, ukaram, gamakam that you put, all that will not get the flavor of the song. So hence, if you do not know Kannada language, learn from the teacher, from Lavanya ji, where exactly the word should break, what the bhavam is supposed to come in that song. And she has taken the wide variety of different bhavams, different expression that each song is supposed to bring it in. So I think I've taken enough time. So Kanakadasa is said to have composed about 250 compositions. His songs are sung in classical format, semi-classical format, Devaranamas, Ugabogas, and Mundiges, folk songs. Folk songs are sung in all the villages. In all the villages, Kanakadasa's songs are sung in folk song style. In Medai, it is sung in Kacheri style. In probably home concerts, Devaranamas are sung everywhere, in a very simple format. So there's a wide array of compositions available. And not only that, he created great epics like Nalacharitre, Haribhaktasara, Nrisimhastava, Ramadhyana Charitre, Mohana Tarangini, you name it. And it is also said lately that just like Tyagaraja Swami, Kanakadaasara also has created Pancharatna krithis. This was more recent revelation that they have done. They have found out that just like Tyagaraja Swami, Kanakadasa also has written Pancharatna krithis, which are amongst Narayana Yenni, Narada, Varadana in Saurashtra Ragam, or Sri Rama Yenniro in Kedar Gaula Ragam, Vanajamukhiyara in Kambodi Ragam, Mandaradara Pavana again in Kedar Gaula Ragam, and Keshava Yenniro in Shankarabharana Ragam. So these Pancharatna krithis are also becoming popular these days as Pancharatnas of Kanakadasa. Kanakadasa said to have lived about 98 to 100 years. 100 years he lived. And he last few years, he left his, he spent in Tirupati. Until the end, he kept on writing, he kept on singing, he kept on doing compositions. So his contribution to Carnatic music is immense. See, Lavanya ji put Kanakadasa's picture. You can see Kanakadasa with a tambura and with, as I said, the black blanket, and he's got a tambura and a talam in his head, and his favorite deity was Kaginele Adikeshava, Krishna, and the temple that you see is the Kaginele temple in the background. So Kanakadasa spent almost from 1508, some people say it is 1506 to 1606. All his life, he kept on trying to correct the ups and downs of the society, giving advices through his path that he chose. Like again, I take the statement of Dr. Satyavati Madam. She said, matter is important. When we are speaking or when we are singing, the matter is important. But the manner is more important than the matter. Matter is important, but the manner is more important than the matter. And the manner in which Kanakadasa chose to correct the society, to lead the people in the path of devotion, was through music, through his compositions. Let's all do namaskaram to this great composer Kanakadasa and learn from a great scholar like Lavanya ji today the 3 great songs that she is going to teach us all. Namaskaram.
Thank you so much. Lavanya, you can take over. Yeah.
I have one request, Lavanya Ramanujan. Can you please give us record permission?
It's done. It's given.
Thank you.
Lavanya, you want to go ahead and start?
Yeah. Thank you so much, Veena Garu. It was a wonderful introduction. I hope all the students have noted down all the important points, because you don't, there is of course Google today, but the points, some of the points what she said, you wouldn't find it anywhere. So I hope you have noted down. And she also mentioned my guru's name, Dr. T.S. Satyavati. Thank you so much. Giving my namaskarams to her. I will start off today's workshop. The first composition I'll be teaching is Bandevaya Govinda Setti. Veena Garu has already given an introduction. It is a very, it is a composition which has a lot of sarcasm, and a lot of complaints on the Timmappa Setti, the Lord Timmappa. And here Sri Kanakadasa calls Lord Venkateshwara as Shetty. Shetty means in Kannada a merchant. And he also calls Lord Venkateshwara as a very miser merchant, very calculative merchant. So it is in Raga Nadanamakriya and it is in Tala Malika. This is composed by my guru, Dr. T.S. Satyavati. So let me first go ahead with the meaning of the Sahitya. Bandevaya Govinda Setti. You can sing it as Shetty or Setti, but for a more colloquial way, it is pronounced as Setti in Kannada. It is a colloquial way of calling the merchant. Bandevaya Govinda Setti, Ninna Harivana Tirtha Prasada Untenalagi. Hey Lord Venkateshwara, I have come here thinking that there will be prasada and tirtha. You will be providing prasada and tirtha. I thought you will be providing that for me. And, depending on that, I came to your place. The first charana goes as Appavu Atirasa, Tuppavu Bisihalu Oppuva Sakkare Yalakkiyu, Aparupavada Kajjayagalannella Chappanna Deshakke Maruva Setti. Appavu Atirasa Tuppavu Bisihalu Oppuva Sakkare Yalakkiyu. He is just telling that, you are a merchant, a very miser merchant who is selling heaps of atirasas, means a very delicious food made of milk, ghee, and which contains, a measurable quantity of sakkare and yalaki. Yalaki means elaichi. Sakkare means sugar. Tuppa means ghee. Bisi halu is milk. Aparupavada kajjayagalannella means, for this kajjaya you have used all these things, milk, ghee, sugar and elaichi. All these kajjayas, you are selling it. Selling it to Chappanna Deshakke means 56 countries you sell it. So usually what do we think that, when we go to a temple, prasada is something they give, once the darshana is done, they just give. But here it is not that. He earns money from the prasada what he gives. So he is complaining. That kind of a miser merchant you are, that you earn by giving prasada. And I have come to your doorstep to get your darshana, and you are not even trying to give. I have to give you money to get the prasada what you have to give, because I have to get your darshan. I have to give money for that. Next charana is Odeda Madake Tandu Ididu Namava Madi Koduve Ni Kasige Ondondanu Odala Tumbi Mikka Annava Marisi Odaveya Galisuva Kadhulobi Setti. Odeda Madake Tandu means a broken pot. From the broken pot, you are such a miser that even from a broken pots also, you don't make it go a waste. You make it into nama, the colored sticks, whatever the nama what they put in Tirupati. Koduve ni kasige ondondanu. For a little money, you give just one. You don't give it, in heaps. Because they have come to darshana, they have climbed 7 hills to get your darshan. Just because they have spent so much of energy, but you don't have that karune. Even for that you take money. Even for the nama, simple nama stick, you take money. And that too you give just one. Koduve ni kasige ondondane. Odala tumbi mikka annava marisi. So usually for the god they give naivedyam. So whatever is left out, you eat completely stomach full, you take whatever you want. Whatever is left out, that one also you make them sell. ಒಡಲ ತುಂಬಿ ಮಿಕ್ಕ ಅನ್ನವ ಮಾರಿಸಿ, with that money you get new ornaments and you stand there. ಒಡವೆಯ ಗಳಿಸುವ ಕಡು ಲೋಭಿ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿ, you are such a miser merchant. With the food, with the money you get through the, by selling the leftover food, whatever you ate, you get new gold ornaments for yourself. Such a kadhulobi setti. I have come to for your darshan. Bandevaya Govinda Setti. The third charana says, Kasugiriyalli ವಾಸವಾಗಿಹ ಸೆಟ್ಟಿ, ದೇಶ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಸರಾದ ಸೆಟ್ಟಿ, ಕಾಸು ಕಾಸಿಗೆ ಬಡ್ಡಿ ಗಳಿಸಿಕೊಂಬ ಆದಿಕೇಶವ ನಾರಾಯಣ ತಿಮ್ಮ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿ. So, where Timmappa stays, where Lord Venkateshwara stays, it, as everyone knows, it is Tirumalagiri or Keshagiri Vasa. So here he calls it as Kasugiriyalli because he earns money there. Heaps of money is there. He calls it as Kasugiriyalli Vasavagiha Setti. That is where you stay. You stay in the mountain where they make money, on top of the mountain where you have heaps of money. Kasugiriyalli Vasavagiha Setti. Desha Deshakke Hesarada Setti. You are well known in every country. Kasu kasige baddi galisikomba. You just don't take money. If somebody will think that, okay, Timmappa, please make this work a success, you make sure that you, with interest, you take some money from that person. Kasu kasige baddi galisikomba. With interest, you take heaps of money from them. Adikeshava Narayana. Adikeshava is the pen name of Kanakadasa. Narayana Timma Setti. You are such a Setti. Bandevaya Govinda Setti. Ninna Harivana Tirtha Prasada Untenalagi. Bandevaya Govinda Setti. I have come to your place to gain your darshan. So, a lot of sarcasm in this composition. Indirectly he's scolding Lord Venkateshwara. I don't think so. We even have the capacity to even question the God, but here he is scolding the God. That was the amount. That was the relationship he shared with Lord Venkateshwara, I believe. So let's start. Today, my student Pranati will be following me. I would request everyone else to be on mute. She will be following me through the composition. Any doubts, you can, I will clarify it after the composition. Hope it's clear. So it's in Raga Nadanamakriya. So Nadanamakriya, if people are known to, it's a Janya of 15th Melakarta, Maya Madava Gaula. So it's a Nishadhyanta Raga. So it ends with me in Arona and Avarohana. This will be sung in Madhyama Shruti. Sarigama
Padani Nidapama Garisani
Sarigama Padani
Sarigama Padani Nidapama Garisani.
So this raga has Shajja, Shuddha Rishabha, Antara Gandhara, Siddha Madhyama, Panchama, Siddha Vairata, Kakaligisha. Sorry. So the first Pallavi and the Anupallavi will go in Chaturashra Gati. Takka dili, takka jali, takka dili, takka jali, takka dili, takka jali, takka dili, takka jali. Okay. Vandevaya
Bandevaya
Govinda
Govinda
Setti
Setti
Bandevaya
Bandevaya
Govinda
Govinda
Setti
Setti
Ninna
Ninna
Harivana
Harivana
Tirtha
Tirtha
Prasadavun
Prasadavun
Tenalagi
Tenalagi
Ninna Harivana
Ninna Harivana
Tirtha Prasada
Tirtha Prasada
Vuntenalagi
Untenalagi
Vandevaya
Bandevaya
Govinda Setti
Govinda Setti
Ninna
Ninna
Harivana Tirtha Prasada Vuntenalagi
Ninna Harivana Tirtha Prasada Untenalagi
Vandevaya Govinda Setti
Bandevaya Govinda Setti
Can you repeat it?
Bandevaya Govinda Setti Bandevaya Govinda Setti Ninna Harivana Tirtha
Harivana Sarigari
Harivana Tirtha Prasada Untenalagi
Tenalagi. See, I
Tenalagi
have written Sarigaga, but aesthetically it will be no, it will sound better. Sarigaga. So Tenalagi. Harivana Tirtha Prasada Untenalagi
Harivana Tirtha Prasada Untenalagi
Vandevaya Govinda Setti
Bandevaya Govinda Setti
Clear? Next is Trishragati. What is Trishragati? Everything will go in threes. Takitta, rakitta, 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 rakitta. Till now it was Chaturashragati. Takkadili, takkadili, takka. The gap between two beats is 4. Trishragati is the gap between two beats will be 3. Takitta, rakitta, rakitta, rakitta. Appavu atirasa,
Appavu Atirasa
tuppavu bisihalu.
Tuppavu Bisihalu
Appavu atirasa,
Appavu Atirasa
ತುಪ್ಪವು ಬಿಸಿ ಹಾಲು
ತುಪ್ಪವು ಬಿಸಿ ಹಾಲು
ಒಪ್ಪುವ ಸಕ್ಕರೆ
ಒಪ್ಪುವ ಸಕ್ಕರೆ
ಯಾಲಕ್ಕಿಯು
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 ಒಪ್ಪುವ ಸಕ್ಕರೆ
ಒಪ್ಪುವ ಸಕ್ಕರೆ
ಯಾಲಕ್ಕಿಯು
ಯಾಲಕ್ಕಿಯು
ಅಪ್ಪವು ಅತಿರಸ
ಅಪ್ಪವು ಅತಿರಸ
ತುಪ್ಪವು ಬಿಸಿ ಹಾಲು
ತುಪ್ಪವು ಬಿಸಿ ಹಾಲು
ಒಪ್ಪುವ ಸಕ್ಕರೆ
ಒಪ್ಪುವ ಸಕ್ಕರೆ
ಯಾಲಕ್ಕಿಯು
ಯಾಲಕ್ಕಿಯು
ಅಪ್ಪವು ಅತಿರಸ ತುಪ್ಪವು ಬಿಸಿ ಹಾಲು
ಅಪ್ಪವು ಅತಿರಸ ತುಪ್ಪವು ಬಿಸಿ ಹಾಲು
ಒಪ್ಪುವ ಸಕ್ಕರೆ ಯಾಲಕ್ಕಿಯು
ಒಪ್ಪುವ ಸಕ್ಕರೆ
ಒಪ್ಪುವ
ಒಪ್ಪುವ ಸಕ್ಕರೆ ಯಾಲಕ್ಕಿಯು
ಅಪರೂಪವಾದ
ಅಪರೂಪವಾದ
ಕಜ್ಜಾಯಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ
ಕಜ್ಜಾಯಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ
ಅಪರೂಪವಾದ
ಅಪರೂಪವಾದ
ಕಜ್ಜಾಯಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ
ಕಜ್ಜಾಯಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ
ಚಪ್ಪನ್ನ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ
ಚಪ್ಪನ್ನ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ
ಮಾರುವ ಸೆಟ್ಟಿ
ಮಾರುವ ಸೆಟ್ಟಿ
ಮಾರುವ
ಮಾರುವ
ಸೆಟ್ಟಿ.
ಸೆಟ್ಟಿ.
There I have written as Garika, but Garika is aesthetically better. Maruva Seti.
ಮಾರುವ ಸೆಟ್ಟಿ.
Maruva Seti.
ಮಾರುವ ಸೆಟ್ಟಿ.
Gari Sani Seti.
ಸೆಟ್ಟಿ.
ಮಾರುವ ಸೆಟ್ಟಿ.
ಮಾರುವ ಸೆಟ್ಟಿ.
ಅಪರೂಪವಾದ ಕಜ್ಜಾಯಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ
ಅಪರೂಪವಾದ ಕಜ್ಜಾಯಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ
ಚಪ್ಪನ್ನ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ
ಚಪ್ಪನ್ನ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ
ಮಾರುವ ಸೆಟ್ಟಿ.
ಮಾರುವ ಸೆಟ್ಟಿ.
ಅಪ್ಪವು ಅತಿರಸ ತುಪ್ಪವು ಬಿಸಿ ಹಾಲು
ಅಪ್ಪವು ಅತಿರಸ ತುಪ್ಪವು ಬಿಸಿ ಹಾಲು
ಒಪ್ಪುವ ಸಕ್ಕರೆ ಯಾಲಕ್ಕಿಯು
ಒಪ್ಪುವ ಸಕ್ಕರೆ ಯಾಲಕ್ಕಿಯು
ಅಪರೂಪವಾದ ಕಜ್ಜಾಯಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ
ಅಪರೂಪವಾದ ಕಜ್ಜಾಯಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ
ಲಂನೆಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ದೇ ಅಪರೂಪವಾದ ಕಜ್ಜಾಯಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ
ಅಪರೂಪವಾದ ಕಜ್ಜಾಯಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ
ಚಪ್ಪನ್ನ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾರುವ ಸೆಟ್ಟಿ.
ಚಪ್ಪನ್ನ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾರುವ ಸೆಟ್ಟಿ.
ಬಂದೇವಯ್ಯ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಸೆಟ್ಟಿ. ಯು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಟು ಚತುರಶ್ರಗತಿ. ಓಕೆ. ಚಪ್ಪನ್ನ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾರುವ ಸೆಟ್ಟಿ. ಬಂದೇವಯ್ಯ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಸೆಟ್ಟಿ. Sing from the Krishna.
The last line.
Yeah.
ಚಪ್ಪನ್ನ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾರುವ ಸೆಟ್ಟಿ.
ಬಂದೇವಯ್ಯ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಸೆಟ್ಟಿ.
ಸೆಟ್ಟಿ.
ನಿನ್ನ ಹರಿವಣ ತೀರ್ಥ
ತೀರ್ಥ ಪ್ರಸಾದ ಉಂಟೆನಲಾಗಿ.
I told you. ಪ್ರಸಾದ ಉಂಟೆನಲಾಗಿ
ಪ್ರಸಾದ ಉಂಟೆನಲಾಗಿ.
ಬಂದೇವಯ್ಯ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಶಕ್ತಿ.
ಬಂದೇವಯ್ಯ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿ.
ಪುಸ್ತಕನ ಅಪ್ಪವು ಅತಿರಸ
ಅಪ್ಪವು ಅತಿರಸ ತುಪ್ಪವು ಬಿಸಿ ಹಾಲು ಒಪ್ಪುವ ಸಕ್ಕರೆ ಯಾಲಕ್ಕಿಯು.
ಒಪ್ಪುವ ಸಕ್ಕರೆ ಯಾಲಕ್ಕಿ
ಒಪ್ಪುವ ಸಕ್ಕರೆ ಯಾಲಕ್ಕಿಯು.
ಅಪ್ಪ ಅಪ್ಪವು
ಅತಿರಸ ತುಪ್ಪವು ಬಿಸಿ ಹಾಲು ಒಪ್ಪುವ ಸಕ್ಕರೆ ಯಾಲಕ್ಕಿಯು. ಅಪರೂಪ
ಅಪರೂಪವಾದ
ಅಪರೂಪವಾದ ಕಜ್ಜಾಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕಜ್ಜಾಯಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಚಪ್ಪನ್ನ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾರುವ ಸೆಟ್ಟಿ.
Don't drag there. ಮಾರುವ ಸೆಟ್ಟಿ
ಮಾರುವ ಸೆಟ್ಟಿ.
ಚಪ್ಪನ್ನ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾರುವ ಸೆಟ್ಟಿ.
ಚಪ್ಪನ್ನ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾರುವ ಸೆಟ್ಟಿ.
ಬಂದೇವಯ್ಯ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿ. ನಿನ್ನ ಹರಿವಣ ತೀರ್ಥ ಪ್ರಸಾದ ಉಂಟೆನಲಾಗಿ ಬಂದೇವಯ್ಯ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿ. Clear? All the charanas, the swara will be the same. The gati is what will change. Okay, next we'll go to Mishra Gati. Mishra is 7. So the gap between two beats will be 7 counts. Rakita, taka, dimi, rakita, taka, dimi, rakita, taka, dimi, rakita, taka, dimi. So Gati is something like switch. You cannot put it like Mishra Chapu. Takita, taka, dimi, takita, taka, dimi. Because this is Dasa Panta. Dasa Panta, there was only chitty case. You saw the picture of Kanakadasa, right? He used to have a chitty case. So in that you can only give the gati. So only 2 beats. In just 2 beats you have to show. Takka dimi, takka jannu, takka dimi, takka jannu, takka dimi, takka jannu. Takkita, 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 takka dimi, takkita, takka dimi, takkita, takka dimi, takkita, takka, takka, takkita, takka, takkita, takka, takkita, takka, takkita. So in just 2 beats you have to show the nade. So we have to follow the.
Do you want to just ask if anyone has any doubts after every point? Just you can ask if.
Now?
No, at any point. At any point.
Yeah, they can ask the doubts after I complete the composition.
Okay, fine.
Because I'll lose the flow of the thought. So now next will be Mishra Gati. So takkita, takka dimi, rakkita, takka dimi, rakkita, takka dimi, rakkita, takka dimi, rakkita, takka dimi, takka dimi, takka dimi, rakkita, takka dimi. This is the Mishra Gati. Okay. ಒಡೆದ ಮಡಕೆ ತಂದು
ಒಡೆದ ಮದಕೆ
ಮಡಕೆ pot. It is Kannada.
ಮಡಕೆ ತಂದು
ಹಿಡಿದು ನಾಮವ ಮಾಡಿ
ಹಿಡಿದು ನಾಮವ ಮಾಡಿ
ಕೊಡುವೆ ನೀ ಕಾಸಿಗೆ
ಕೊಡುವೆ ನೀ ಕಾಸಿಗೆ
ಒಂದೊಂದನು
ಒಂದುದನು
ಒಂದೊಂದನು
ಒಂದೊಂದನು
ಒಡೆದ ಮಡಕೆ ತಂದು
ಒಡೆದ ಮಡಕೆ ತಂದು
ಹಿಡಿದು ನಾಮವ ಮಾಡಿ
ಹಿಡಿದು ನಮವ ಮಾಡಿ
ಕೊಡುವೆ ನೀ ಕಾಸಿಗೆ
ಕೊಡುವೆ ನೀ ಕಾಸಿಗೆ
ಒಂದೊಂದನು
ಒಂದೊಂದನು
ಒಡೆದ ಮಡಕೆ ತಂದು.
ಒಡೆದ ಮಡಕೆ ತಂದು.
Are you putting the tala Pranati? Okay. ಒಡೆದ ಮಡಕೆ ತಂದು.
ಒಡೆದ ಮಡಕೆ ತಂದು.
ಹಿಡಿದು ನಾಮವ ಮಾಡಿ.
ಹಿಡಿದು ನಮವ ಮಾಡಿ.
ಕೊಡುವೆ ನೀ ಕಾಸಿಗೆ.
ಕೊಡುವೆ ನೀ ಕಾಸಿಗೆ.
ಒಂದೊಂದನು
ಒಂದೊಂದನು
ಒಡಲ ತುಂಬಿ ಮಿಕ್ಕ.
ಒಡಲ ತುಂಬಿ ಮಿಕ್ಕ.
ಅನ್ನವ ಮಾರಿಸಿ.
ಅನ್ನವ ಮಾರಿಸಿ.
ಒಡಲ ತುಂಬಿ ಮಿಕ್ಕ.
ಒಡಲ ತುಂಬಿ ಮಿಕ್ಕ.
ಅನ್ನವ ಮಾರಿಸಿ.
ಅನ್ನವ ಮಾರಿಸಿ.
ಒಡವೆಯ ಗಳಿಸುವ.
ಒಡವೆಯ ಗಳಿಸುರ.
ಗಳಿಸುವ.
ಒಡವೆ
you get the jewels. You buy jewels from that. ಒಡವೆಯ ಗಳಿಸುವ.
ಒಡವೆಯ ಗಳಿಸುವ.
ಗಳಿಸುವ. ಕಡು ಲೋಭಿಸೆಟ್ಟಿ.
ಕಡು ಲೋಭಿಸೆಟ್ಟಿ.
ಕಡು ಲೋಭಿಸೆಟ್ಟಿ.
ಕಡು ಲೋಭಿಸೆಟ್ಟಿ.
ಸೆಟ್ಟಿ ತಕ್ಕಿಟ ತಕ್ಕದಿಮೆ. ಸೆಟ್ಟಿ.
ಸೆಟ್ಟಿ.
ಕಡು ಲೋಭಿಸೆಟ್ಟಿ.
ಕಡು ಲೋಭಿಸೆಟ್ಟಿ.
ಒಡವೆಯ ಗಳಿಸುವ.
ಒಡವೆಯ ಗಳಿಸುವ. ಒಡವೆಯ ಗಳಿಸುವ.
ಕಡು ಲೋಭಿಸೆಟ್ಟಿ.
ಕಡು ಲೋಭಿಸೆಟ್ಟಿ.
ಒಡೆದ ಮಡಕೆ ತಂದು.
ಒಡೆದ ಮಡಕೆ.
Until you people get a little control, you can put takita, takadini, takita until you get the control. But when you are presenting it, it has to be in 2 beats. Okay, until you get the control. ಒಡೆದ ಮಡಕೆ ತಂದು.
ಒಡೆದ ಮಡಕೆ ತಂದು.
ಹಿಡಿದು ನಾಮವ ಮಾಡಿ.
ಹಿಡಿದು ನಮವ ಮಾಡಿ.
ಕೊಡುವೆ ನೀ ಕಾಸಿಗೆ.
ಕೊಡುವೆ ನೀ ಕಾಸಿಗೆ.
ಒಂದೊಂದನು
ಒಂದೊಂದನು
ಒಡಲ ತುಂಬಿ ಮಿಕ್ಕ.
ಒಡಲ ತುಂಬಿ ಮಿಕ್ಕ.
ಮಾರಿಸಿ.
ಅನ್ನವ ಮಾರಿಸಿ.
ಒಡವೆಯ ಗಳಿಸುವ.
ಒಡವೆಯ ಗಳಿಸುವ.
ಕಡು ಲೋಭಿಸೆಟ್ಟಿ.
ಕಡು ಲೋಭಿಸೆಟ್ಟಿ.
Can you sing it?
ಒಡೆದ
ಮಡಕೆ ತಂದು.
ಒಡೆದ ಮಡಕೆ ತಂದು. ಇದಿದು ನಮವ ಮಾಡಿ. ಕೊಡುವೆ ನೀ ಕಾಸಿ
ತಾಳ 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 ತಾಳ.
ಒಡೆ
ಒಡೆದ ಮಡಕೆ ತಂದು.
ಒಡೆದ ಮಡಕೆ ತಂದು ಹಿಡಿದು ನಮವ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊಡುವೆ ನೀ ಕಾಸಿಗೆ ಒಂದೊಂದನು ಒಂದೊಂದನು
ಒಡಲ ತುಂಬಿ ಮಿಕ್ಕ
ಒಡಲ ತುಂಬಿ ಮಿಕ್ಕ ಅನ್ನವ ಮಾರಿಸಿ ಒಡೆವೆಯ
ಒಡವೆಯ
ಒಡೆವೆಯ ಗಳಿಸುವ ಕಡುಲೋಬಿಸೇಟಿ
ಬಂದೇವಯ್ಯ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿ. It comes back to ಚತುರಶ್ರಗತಿ. Okay. ಒಡವೆಯ ಗಳಿಸುವ ಕಡುಲೋಬಿಸೇಟಿ ಬಂದೇವಯ್ಯ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿ. ನಿನ್ನ ಹರಿವಣ ತೀರ್ಥ ಪ್ರಸಾದ ಉಂಟೆನಲಾಗಿ ಬಂದೇವಯ್ಯ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿ. I hope you are clear with this. Next one is again Trishragati. Same. Like the first
Apologies for interrupting. 1 second. I have sent the script to everyone. I hope everyone has got it. English version. I think some of you may have not got it. I have just sent it again. So please check in your WhatsApp. You'll have it. Thank you.
Yeah. So the third charana will be again in Trishragati. Okay. Takkitta, 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 takkitta. Like the first charana.
ಕಾಸುಗಿರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ
ವಾಸವಾಗಿಹ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿ
ವಾಸವಗಿಹ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿ
ದೇಶ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಸರಾದ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿ ಕಾಸುಗಿರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ವಾಸವಾಗಿಹ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿ ದೇಶ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಸರಾದ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿ ಕಾಸು ಕಾಸಿಗೆ ಬಡ್ಡಿ ಗಳಿಸಿ ಕೊಂಬ ಆದಿಕೇಶವ ನಾರಾಯಣ ತಿಮ್ಮ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿ. Narayana is a one word. Just for the sake of the separation of the tala, I am teaching it. No, I am breaking it. Keshava Narayana Timma Setti. Narayana. Keshava Narayana Timma Setti. Never stress on ya, because there is no meaning for yana. Narayana it is. So the stress should be more on ra. Keshava Narayana Timma Setti. Mellow it down. When you sing ya, mellow it down. ಕಾಸು ಕಾಸಿಗೆ ಬಡ್ಡಿ ಗಳಿಸಿ ಕೊಂಬ ಆದಿ ಗಳಿಸಿ ಕೊಂಬ ಆದಿ ಕೇಶವ ನಾರಾಯಣ ತಿಮ್ಮ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿ Again Adi Keshava is one word. ಗಳಿಸಿ ಕೊಂಬ ಆದಿ ಕೇಶವ ನಾರಾಯಣ ತಿಮ್ಮ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿ.
ಆದಿಕೇಶವ ನಾರಾಯಣ ತಿಮ್ಮ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿ.
Can you sing the charana? ಕಾಸುಗಿರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ
ಕಾಸುಗಿರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ವಾಸವ
ತಾಳ 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 ಕಾಸುಗಿರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ವಾಸವಾಗಿಹ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿ.
ಕಾಸುಗಿರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ವಾಸವಾಗಿಹ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿ. ದೇಶ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ
ಶ್ರುತಿ ಶ್ರುತಿ ದೇಶ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ
ದೇಶ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಸರಾದ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿ. ಕಾಸುಗಿರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ವಾಸವಾಗಿಹ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿ. ದೇಶ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ
ನಾಟ್ ವಾಸವಾಗಿಹ ವಾಸವಾಗಿಹ ವಾಸ ಕಾಸುಗಿರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ವಾಸವಾಗಿಹ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿ. ಟು 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 ವಾಸವ ತಕ್ಕ ತಕ್ಕ ತಕ್ಕ.
ಕಾಸುಗಿರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ವಾಸವಾಗಿಹ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿ. ದೇಶ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಸರಾದ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿ. ಕಾಸು ಕಾಸು
ಕಾಸು ಕಾಸಿಗೆ ಬಡ್ಡಿ.
ಕಾಸು ಕಾಸಿಗೆ ಬಡ್ಡಿ ಗಳಿಸೋ.
ಬಡ್ಡಿ 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 is interest in Kannada.
ಕಾಸು ಕಾಸಿಗೆ ಬಡ್ಡಿ ಕಾಸು ಕಾಸಿಗೆ ಬಡ್ಡಿ ಗಳಿಸೋ ಕೊಂಬ ಆದಿಕೇಶವ.
ಗಳಿಸಿ ಗಳಿಸಿ ಕೊಂಬ ಆದಿ
ಗಳಿಸಿ ಕೊಂಬ ಆದಿಕೇಶವ ನಾರಾಯಣ ತಿಮ್ಮ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿ.
ಬಂದೇವಯ್ಯ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿ.
ಬಂದೇವಯ್ಯ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿ. ನಿನ್ನ ಹರಿವಾಣ ತೀರ್ಥ ಪ್ರಸಾದ ಉಂಟೆನಲಾಗಿ. ಬಂದೇವಯ್ಯ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿ.
ಬಂದೇವಯ್ಯ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿ. ಗೋವಿಂದ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿ. You can stop it at Setti. That gives that sarcasm, calling him a Setti.
ಬಂದೇವಯ್ಯ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿ. ಗೋವಿಂದ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿ.
Setti. Okay. I hope everyone have understood.
Thank
Any
you,
doubts?
Lavanya. It was good.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Auntie.
And I also want to thank Smt.Veena Mohan for giving a great introduction. Thank you, Veena ji, if you are in the session. You are on mute, I think.
Even if the composers, if little information is understood by the participants, I'm really blessed.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So any doubts for anyone? Any of the participants? Any doubts?
So usually Nadanama Kriya shows more somber bhava, right? So in this one, he's giving a more sarcastic.
Yes, yes, yes. See, my guru, Dr. Satyavati Madam, there is something called the source bhava of a raga. Like, Kedara Gowda is Veeram, Athana is Veera, Shubhapantuvarali is for Karuna, Saveri is Karuna Rasa. That is the basic bhava of the raga. But what she tells is, no, any raga can be sung for any rasa. You can show all the navarasas in any raga. So there is no particular, of course, when you hold, that Sadharana Gandhara of, Shuddha Gandhara of Shubhapantuvarali. Yes, you get that, that Karuna Rasa, that your stomach churns, no doubt. but you'll also be able to depict a Veera Rasa. You will be can depict a happy mood in Shubha Pantuvarali as well. It is not that it is a sober kind of a raga and it has to be sung only, usually in the Indian media, the news channels, for any death ceremony and anything, they will play this Shubha Pantuvarali majorly.
Shivaranjani.
Need not be. Or Shivaranjani with that Antaragandhara, one tinge of Antaragandhara makes. No, it is not that. You can sing any raga for any mood. It is just what is there inside you that will come out. If you are happy, you sing a Shubha Pantuvarali, which gives, you can spread happiness through Shubha Pantuvarali. No doubt. If you want, if you are very sad, you can pass on that sadness through Athana. No doubt. It is the mood of the singer and the performer. So here, yes, Nadanama Kriya is a very sober raga. It is, more of Veena Bhava, no doubt. But here you have to sing it with that gattu, that biggie. Bandevaya go, you cannot sing Bandevaya Govinda Setti. It makes no sense.
That will be like pleading.
Yes. Here he is not in that pleading mode. He is complaining to the God. He is demanding. He's passing sarcastic comments. So you have to have that kind of zeal inside you. You have to get that bhava, thinking that you are actually complaining to Lord Tirupati. Venkateshwara, Lord Venkateshwara. So you have to get that bhava. So usually when we sing in our music, we have to always know what is the bhava that the composer has, in which the composer has composed, whether it is Karuna, whether it is, Veera. So as Veena ji already told, for the Sahitya, the music is a guest. For the music, the Sahitya is a guest. They are interconnected, always interrelated. You cannot sing Nannu Palimpa in Mohana, Nannu Palimpa Kriti. You cannot sing it with Veera. It is Dainya. Please bless me. That pleading nature should be that just because it is Mohana, you cannot sing it with that, zeal and enthu. Just because it is Mohana. See, Mohana, what do you think? It's a very bright raga, right? Mohana is a very bright raga. But here in Mohana, you have to give that Dainya.
So when we sing,
so there is Purandaradasa Kriti, very famous Purandaradasa Kriti, Dasana Madikoyanna. The Nadanama, that is also in Nadanama Kriya. The Nadanama Kriya, which is there in Dasana Madikoyanna and Nadanama Kriya in Bandevaya Govinda Setti, are poles apart. Because of the Sahitya. We understand the mood of the Sahitya and get that bhava in the raga.
So when we sing raga before we sing the song, do we sing it based on how the bhava of the kriti is?
Yes, the primary bhava should be the primary bhava of the kriti. Yes, definitely you have to get other rasas as well. There is, it's a vast thing. Manodharma is something very, very vast. You can bring all the 9 navarasas, but unfortunately there is not that much of ample time where we can depict all the rasas in the kriti. We are given only 2 hours, or nowadays it is just 1.5 hours of concert where you get to sing only 6-7 minutes of raga. So, but yes, definitely the adhara bhava should always complement the composition you're going to sing. Yes, definitely I would tell that. But yes, you have to depict all the other navarasas. You can get all the other, you can do all the chamatkaras, you can do all the gimmicks, you can do, graha vedas, everything you can try, give it a try. But the adhara bhava should always complement the composition. You cannot, sing Saveri in a very pleading way, and you cannot sing a composition which has a meaning of Veera. Doesn't complement.
Yeah. The speed of in which you're singing the kriti also will to some extent bring the bhavam, right?
Yes.
Usually the
Again,
kritis are not sung in a very fast way, right?
Again, the my guru always tells, when you practice, you have to practice in the fastest speed possible. When you teach in the slowest tempo possible, because you have to teach all the gamakas. When you present, it has to always be the medium speed, neither fast, neither slow. And also, the tempo is based on what the composition asks you.
Yeah. The meaning. Yeah.
Yes. You cannot sing Vatapi Ganapatim Bhaje in Vilamba. Neither Muthuswami Dikshitar's Sri Krishnam Bhajamanasa or all the Navavarna Kritis, you cannot sing in Dhritakala.
Yeah. Shama Shastri's kritis, you sing
Shama
in...
Shastri's you cannot sing in Dhritakala. It has to be Vilamba.
Yeah.
It is again what the composer has thought. What was his vision? You have to envision for yourself. What was his vision? What is he trying to say in that composition? What is he trying to convey? What is the rasa? What is the bhava? What is the meaning of the sahitya? And will it be able to convey in Dhritakala, Madhyamakala, or Vilambakala? There is a huge responsibility on the performer.
Yep.
When 10 people have to understand the bhava, you have to sing it in a specific speed.
Correct. First of all, we have to understand before we...
Definitely. That is why Sahitya holds such a huge importance in Carnatic classical music. As much as Raga and Manodharma has an importance, Sahitya has equal importance. Laya has equal importance. Laya is important, Sahitya is important, as well as the Raga. So that is why this is such a complicated field of music, right?
Yeah. Even this kriti, it looks very simple, but
no, when you sing it continuously, when you have to change the gatis,
exactly, changing the layam is more difficult than changing the...
Yes, and you cannot slow down. See, takadimi takajanu takadimi takajanu. You cannot sing ta ki ta ki ta or takita takadimi takita takadimi. No, it has to be that equal spacing.
Yeah, very nice.
I would suggest you keep metronome for this. Keep takadimi takajanu takadimi takajanu pande vaya govinda setti. If that is the space, you have to change Trisha to that, Mishra to that. Bande vaya govinda takadimi 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 takita 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 takadimi takita takadimi takita takadimi takita takadimi.
I have a request, Lavanya. And at the end of maybe tomorrow, after you complete all the kritis, is it possible for you to just sing the 3 kritis the way it is supposed to be sung, say in a performance or so?
Definitely we will do it.
That will really help.
Yes, but tomorrow again I would want all of you to sing this kriti first. First we will revise this, and then I will go for the next 2 Devarnamas. Okay, so I would want you to practice this at home with the change in the tempo. Okay, all of you have that responsibility on you. So I can ask any one of the participants to sing tomorrow. It need not be only Pranati. Pranati is just there to repeat, so that that confusion is not there. All of you cannot repeat at the same time, since it's an online workshop. So I can ask any of the participants to sing tomorrow. Okay, so all of you have to be ready. So yeah, with this we can Any other doubts? Any other doubts with the meaning or the tala or in general about other kritis or anything? It's an interactive session, so any student can ask any doubt.